fun and interesting today. It's a Pokemon opening. And right here in this box, we have my first edition Shadowless Blastoise that I sent in to CGC back in the very beginning of May, Express. Unfortunately, I forgot to write EX on the box, and they got really busy around that time because PSA shut down, as people know, and then eventually BGS as well. So as a result, it did not get opened for some time. Now, when they finally did get around to opening it, things moved very, very quickly, as I expected them to, considering, I had paid for Express. It's kind of unfortunate. It's definitely my fault. I kind of wish they had a little bit of a better system, to be honest. I called, tried to get someone to help me, but, with all the packages they get, it just wasn't doable. But, regardless, it's okay. It's here. I'm looking forward to it. I'll get my thoughts more on this once we get there. I did also get a bunch of cards back not long ago as well. I didn't make a video about it because I opened them with my family. But nonetheless, I did want to show some of those cards. So we'll start with those. So first we have a first edition Jolteon Jungle. Okay, and we got an 8. We got pretty solid subgrades there. The centering's really good. Unfortunately, because it got 2 8s on surface and edges, the highest it can get is an 8. That's typically how they grade these things. So can't complain about this, especially for the price that I paid. I won it on an auction. Pretty happy about that. Okay. Next is going to be Flareon. And we got a 7.5. We did get dinged pretty hard on the surface, so it knocked us down quite a bit. But again, I'm just happy to have these cards. I really wanted the 3 original evolutions from Jungle and First Edition. I was willing to pay the price for them. Not so much for Umbreon and Espeon, unfortunately. Here we have Vaporeon. Vaporeon's a 7. Once again, dinged on surface and edges this time. And even though the centering on all 3 got 9.5s, did knock our score down quite a bit. But so we got 7, 7.5, and an 8 on those. All right. Next up, we have a few pretty special ones. These are the CD promos. I have all 3. I got them graded. We got an 8 here. It's kind of unfortunate, the 8, just because we got 2 9s, an 8.5, and the surface got dinged pretty hard, so dropped it down to an 8. Blastoise, on the other hand, got an 8.5. Even though if that surface was an 8.5, it would have gotten a weak 9. But, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm super happy with having these cards, and I love the way Blastoise looks in the blue casing for CGC. Now, the one that I was hoping for the 9 on, but did not get, unfortunately, was the Charizard. I was a little bit surprised. I knew the centering was pretty off. I knew I was going to get dinged there. I thought the surface was a little better, and I guess the edges wasn't as great as, there's a white spot right there, pretty noticeable. So, didn't get the 9, but nonetheless, beautiful card. Love the original artwork here. Too bad we didn't get it in English. This I've shown before. This was one of the first cards I sent to CGC. I did want to show it because I sent the other 2 base set 2s, big ones. So this is my 8.5. I sent it back once, hoping if I could get one of those 8.5s higher to a 9, it would have bumped it up to a 9. Unfortunately, it did not happen. So there's that. The Blastoise came back a 7. It got dinged really hard on surface. This I was a little bit surprised. I'm not too upset about it, though. I mean, like I said, I was just hoping for near mint condition on these. Didn't happen with the Venusaur. Venusaur actually came back a lot lower than I expected. The surface got a 4.5, and I for the life of me don't know why. I tried looking on the card, and I just couldn't find anything in particular. So, I'm not going to send it back or anything. It's just not worth it. I mean, I just really wanted to have these 3, and I got them from base set 2. I like base set 2, the foiling. So, nonetheless. Okay, next up we have 3 Evolution Charizards. One of the most notorious Zards for not getting 10s on. You're going to see a pattern here. I got 1 holo. We got 2 holos, and you can see here the grading is a little bit different, right? This one graded higher, but because it got 2 8.5s, it can't get higher than 8.5. So this one kind of luckily got the 8.5. This one also 2 8.5s, but the centering here is a little better. But because the surface and the corners were neither of them were a 9, it did not get a 9. So it got stuck at the 8.5. And then, and then here is the reverse holofoil, which is typically even harder to get, that 10 on, of course. I wasn't expecting a 10. I actually really did think this one was the best condition. I thought I was going to get a 9 for sure, but, it's a reverse holo. And, I'm sure there's something there on the surface that they can see that I can't. Otherwise, I thought it was in very good condition. Was hoping for the 9 on this one of the 3, but didn't get it, unfortunately. As a matter of fact, out of all of those cards I sent in, I didn't get a single 9. The highest was 8.5. We got the special birthday Pikachu. I absolutely love this card. I really do. I believe we're getting it reprinted in Celebrations, which is really nice. But I love having the original, so I'm pretty happy with this. This is actually exactly what I expected this card to come back. I knew that the centering was a little bit off, and I knew it had some dings as well in the corners there, and there's some scratching on the foiling, so that dropped that to a 7, but still got the 8. This one was a little surprising. I wasn't sure about the surface being dinged so hard on the 5. I knew one of the corners had a defect, so I thought it was going to get dinged on the corners. You can't see it, but I know it's there. But yeah, it got dinged really hard on the surface there. It was almost like an indentation of sorts. You can't see it as well in the slab, but kind of unfortunate, but still a beautiful card, and I wanted to have it regardless. Now, these last 2, first one's up is Lugia Neogen. This one came back very nicely. I was very, very happy. I thought it was going to be a 7, 7.5, maybe. I thought an 8 was optimistic, and turned out it was. So pretty happy with that. Beautiful card, of course. Not first edition, but nonetheless, a beautiful card. And then this last one, I knew this card wasn't in good condition. I thought optimistic was a 6. So when I saw the 5, it's pretty beat up. If you see all along the edges, this corner right here is pretty messed up too. Same with that one. So it's got a lot of noticeable wear. That's why corners and edges got wrecked. But it is an absolutely beautiful card, and it's still worth quite a bit regardless of its condition. So pretty happy to have that. Now we come to the Blastoise. Now, I was really optimistic when I bought this Blastoise originally. I thought it looked like an 8 from the pictures, and I asked for more pictures when I bought it from the individual. And unfortunately, when I received it, I did notice some defects that I knew was going to bring it down significantly, which is really unfortunate. Sorry, hold on just a sec. It's really unfortunate because it's otherwise a great looking card. So my expectation for this is a 6. I really do. I think that the damage done along the edges is too much, and it was kind of hard to see at first. Like, it's not something you would see in photos. So it's kind of unfortunate, but I think it's probably going to be a 6. You know, gosh, they really make this difficult. I'm totally fine with it. Even if it came back less, I'd be fine. I don't think it will, but if it came back higher, I'd obviously be stoked. But I really think it's gonna be a 6. If it comes back higher, then, well, maybe I'll learn something about grading, you know? But I just think, okay, there we go. And you know what, it's okay, because I just really wanted to have this card. I can't really complain at the end of the day, given how much I really wanted this. This is probably my most expensive Pokemon card. And I've almost got it. Okay. So, we're going to find out together. I've got the card. Okay. Here it is. I just really wanted to have it slabbed, and it's a prize card for me, just because Blastoise is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon out of the big 3. It's my favorite. So, here we go. 6.5. Okay. Better than I expected. Definitely better. You know, I thought small possibility of a 7. I said small. Maybe someone will be lenient on me that day. But I thought a 6, so I can't really complain about the 6.5. That's pretty good. Centering's a 9. I knew it was a little bit top heavy here. And, you know, you're not going to be able to see the damage, at least not from here. You can see this damage here. But even that does not justify what I'm talking about, because that's the edges. That definitely docks the edges. There's some here, but I'm going to see if I can see it in the casing. It's very hard to see at a certain angle in the lighting. It's right here. It's almost like, again, kind of like an indentation of sorts. It's right there. And then there's another one right there where that winding is. It's pretty hard to see. Nonetheless, I'm super happy to have this card. Of course, I would have liked it to be near mint. A 7 would have been super, super ideal. But again, considering the price I got this for, I'm not going to complain at all. It's a beautiful card. I'll treasure it. I'll cherish it. And I'm super happy. I really am. So, you know, thanks for joining me on this. I don't think I'll be sending any more cards in for the time being. I do have another set of cards I do want to get graded. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. I'm tempted to wait just because I know CGC is probably going to start doing Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, and I have a handful of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards I want to get graded. So part of me feels like I should wait so that I can send all of those cards together. Another part of me thinks I should just do it sooner than later because my membership is going to expire and then I would have to renew it again. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do, but I'm definitely going to get more cards graded. I still have more. I'm not buying too much right now. I kind of slowed down a lot because I've spent a lot on these cards, you know. But, you know, definitely not done collecting because I love Pokemon, and Pokemon's a big part of my life. And Blastoise would have to agree with me there. And his buddy Charizard also. And his buddy Venusaur would have to agree. All right. Well, I'm pretty happy with CGC's customer service overall. I mean, and I would use them again. I've used them a few times now, and I would use them again. I know some people don't like the label, but I have labels from BGS, from PSA, and CGC, and I'm fine with all of them. There's a new one, Ace Grading, from Randolph Pokemon. Check them out if you're interested. And those labels look pretty good. That could be good too. I'm all about quality. BGS just really upset me with their customer service. I don't know if I'll use them again. But CGC is pretty reliable. They're definitely the most affordable right now. And they're very strict. Without question, they're very strict. You get the 9, you get the 9.5, you get the 10, you earned it. They're strict. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this and have a good one, and I'll see you next time.